All right, doubling down on that point I made about Marilyn Monroe and the scene where what was the name of the movie? Men Prefer Blondes. Something that it came out in it was released in 1953. However, in this particular scene, so she got a phone call saying everything will work itself out or something, and she refused to marry the man after she agreed to marry him. And he's like, I don't understand why you changed your mind. You were okay, and now you're not. She explained to him she got a phone call, and he was confused until they were walking together into a room and saw his father coming the opposite direction. The point where the father is like, I don't care who you marry, just as long as it's not Marilyn Monroe's character. I forgot what he said, and she was like, I am her, and he was like, I'm too old to have jokes played on me. But the dialogue is, the father accused Marilyn Monroe of being a gold digger. So you're only marrying him for money? No, I want to marry him for your money. And he was like astounded and taken aback. And he was like, so you admit you're a gold, you are only marrying for money. What do you want for your daughter? You don't want her to marry a poor man. Okay? Just like a man doesn't want an ugly woman on his arm. You're not marrying the woman because she's pretty. You're marrying her because you love her, of course, but pretty helps. Being pretty helps. Okay? And when she articulated her point, the father was under the impression Marilyn Monroe was an airhead. She was stupid or dumb. Okay, and this is all going to cater to the message in this reading. And she said, I'm smart when I need to be. Okay, but most men prefer the dumb girl, as long as she's pretty. She doesn't have to be smart, because most men prefer the women to be quiet and just be my arm candy. And the man's son is like, she was like, but not your son. Your son likes me being smart. Bottom line is, he likes my intelligence. He respects me as well as love me, or maybe his love is just respect based. And I feel like that's you, collective. You're pretty, but you're more than just a pretty face. You have brains and brawns to match it, and that's what the man really, 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 really liked about you. But when I told you this card was mixed into the wrong deck, and this world card, I got to pondering on it, and I see it from a different perspective. You see how the snake is around the world like this. I feel like this could be somebody's ancestor. I don't see it so much as a hex, but I see how he could have did some kind of manifestation, because even before this, the snake is not directly in correlation with the world, but the water, there's a stream of water around the world, and then there's the snake. So there's emotion and logic. And I don't know if one of you is predominantly emotional and the other one is predominantly logic. But I feel like the plot thickens with the man who was persuaded against you. And you gotta want the part of this reading moving forward would be your once and for all. You're gonna say what you have to say once and for all. But what I don't pick up from you is this: you're over it. This person is not over it. Okay, because you already know you already come out the house prepared. You already understand what it's like to be different in a room full of conformants. So your point is you're rewriting history by refusing to conform, and why conform. And the point is why you're articulating why conformity murders greatness, like a mass murder of it. Like, okay. You should why follow the norm? And this is it's a reference for what I'm about to say next. Why follow the norm if it doesn't serve you? Does the rule help me grow, or does it keep me in line? You have to ask yourself those kind of things. You're the embodiment of, if it's the latter, it's time to let it go. And you want to redefine success. And that means societal norms often means stability and practicability or predictability. But your definition of success should be bold and unique, much like your ambitions. And then you also want to break the societal norms, but with intention, not, with a merit. So you want to focus on the ones that are stifling you and shatter them to make space for everything better. So the energy I'm getting from you is nonchalant and apathetic towards this energy. And is this the way, in the way that you articulated and spoke your mind really puts things into perspective, where most people could have felt like they had their foot on your neck by manipulating you, whatever the other part of you is, like the counterpart to you is, which there is not fundamentally a counterpart. It's either the other half of your soul or it's everybody else. And everybody else was trying to attack you by any means necessary because their deflated ego or empty spirit or insecurities, the constant need for validation, it doesn't fly with you. Okay, and because you stood your ground, or you just set a boundary, you just set a line in the sand, you drew a line in the sand and they couldn't handle it. But I'm also going to make a side note that these 4 decks, I will be using them. Where they try to abandon you and leave you out in the cold, you end up leaving them in the cold, standing your ground. I keep seeing the Lovers. I remember in the other reading, I saw the Magician, and I kept seeing the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands does talk about jealousy, competition, everybody's fighting over the same person. You didn't do that. You didn't do that, and you're not going to do that. But we're not going to start with these 4 decks that I'm be progressing through this reading with. I'm going to start with these cards. But this has to stay because it told me a lot right there. Okay, manipulation tactics are just not tolerated. I feel like it's your winning season because people are showing respect, even as that means people will have to walk away. You may feel isolated during this time, but it's a winter void for you as it sheds what no longer serves you. And so no petty gossip. It's something about you're not around anybody who wants to do petty gossip about who isn't feeling you, from friends to lovers, even family. And this World card, it gives the reptilian vibe, but in a very negative way. So another part of this reading is the spiritual. You're showing up as spiritually wealthy and versus tangibly wealthy. So for example, if somebody's spiritually wealthy, they have a lot of conviction, a strong conviction, and then there's the other party who are worldly wealthy, means you can have a lot of money, a lot of tangible success, and which one holds more weight. And for a long time, the person's resources was weaponized against them and you, or against you. They just didn't realize it yet, and they were doing that to you, and you didn't tolerate it because your wealth can't save you any more than this can save me. They're starting to realize that. Think about the ending scene in Titanic where the envious fiance was throwing his money around like he was throwing his weight around, trying to slap people with his genitalia, if you get what I'm metaphorically, if you get what I'm saying. And the man threw it back in his face. Your money can't save you any more than it can save me. It's too many people out here that's gonna die. It's not enough boats for everybody, and it's fucked up. It's like their morals kicked in right at the very last minute, where it was too late for them to kick in. All the poor people was going to drown and die, and the rich people were going to be rescued. And that's so unfair. So many women and children, they were supposed to go first. So even when you put all the women and children first, it still wasn't enough boats to go around for everybody. So at the end, it's like, it don't matter if they're poor, rich, whatever. Just get all the women and children first. Let the men stay out here. And it didn't work like that. Like, I feel like somebody really, they did a number on trying to play you, but they are realizing that it's a cycle not over for them. The World card is in reverse for them, while something is still indeed destined for you, because I still have the Lovers card showing up through the deck I'm going to use for my ancestral message of the reading. I also got the 4 of Cups and the Page of Wands. That is, to me, that screams emotionally immature. Okay, so this is like a water fire dynamic that I don't think you're surprised in realizing who was behind this whole thing to begin with. I don't think you're surprised by that, but I think the man is, the male part of you is, or like, it's always a masculine feminine dynamic period. And we all embody both energies, but when you have a counterpart, you're predominantly one or the other, and so are they. So this is going to be the deck that's going to talk about the ancestral advice. This is going to be the deck that talks about the courting phases, the marital commitment, marriage or commitment phases, because it doesn't have to be a romantic marriage. It could be like a partnership in business or something like that. And then this is the business aspect of it, this deck on the bottom. So somebody was doing some heavy voodoo on you and what you represent. That was a crock of shit. That's what that world card is talking about. They created so many illusions, but I always tell you, if you're the one that's doing the witchcraft, technically you're the one that's going to deal with it, because you're the one that's doing it. Energy output, input is output. You're dispersing this energy into the wilderness, into the universe, into the world. You're the one that's going to deal with it. So it's going to be a never-ending cycle for you. You conjuring up external validation. Okay, you have to remember, jinns are less superior, says God, because that's what you're calling up. What people call demons, the type of creature that they are jinns, like you're a human being. And so many jinns run through people or live in people rent free. Like somebody lives in your mind rent free. People drop their humanity and allow these jinns to move through them. More like 9 times out of 10 nowadays, what the world looks like today, most people are really interacting with jinns more than they're interacting with humans. How much of humanity do you see nowadays? Let's be honest, you know? Like, share, and subscribe if that's making sense. And welcome, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another intuitive message for you today. So we're going to determine, I think it depends on who I'm talking to, whether this is an open introduction for something or a Dear John letter. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is what flipped over. This is the 8 of Swords. What have I been telling you? Okay? Someone has been doing a number on you. When you see the 8 of Swords, this is somebody plotting on you. And you see the creature behind you. The creature behind, trying to get you, entrap you, and make you fall into a pit where you cannot get out. This is giving me real crabs in a barrel type of energy. All the emotionally immature people was doing that. So that's going to further amplify the World card. And I think what it is if you're the Divine Feminine watching this reading, the Divine Masculine is realizing just how deep somebody's going to say, fuck you, I hate you. Excuse me for cussing, but that's what it's saying to me. No optimism, no belief, no love, just total hollow, like the Tin Man, just empty inside. So let's see what these cards say. Grateful optimism. Hold your vision. It's time to take action, Aries. A fiery climax approaches, Aries. Twin flames. I told you. Okay, and calming the waters. Peaceful self-regulation. That's the number 3 there, so that's creative energy. That could be the feminine side of things. And if you want to look at the illustrations, you can. So when I say you're in your winter void season, I feel like you gravitate to black or white color schemes. Like, it looks good on your complexion. But just hold your vision. You're almost there. You see the half a moon? Hold your vision. Very fixed moon. You're not giving up, and you're remaining optimistic. So it's a lot of radical change for you. But I also feel like you're in the dark psychological side of your character or your spiritual journey, or you're on the winter void of your spiritual journey. Whatever that evolution entails is displaying a lot of dark psychology. It's time to take action. It's a lot. Now this is a lot of masculine energy. I feel like this person didn't know what they were up against. And I also feel like with whatever you created, why can't I talk today? With whatever you have created for yourself, you are guarding it. You're guarding it by any means necessary. So what else is new? That Five of Wands and that Magician. Okay? Keep this in mind. That Five of Wands and that Magician energy. So the Magician energy can be Virgo energy. Some people think it's Gemini. It could be. A lot of people think it's Aquarius. I see Virgo first before anything else. Okay? But it's a very creative, strong manifestation energy. And I keep seeing the Hangman in this deck and this deck. So the illusions are there. The discerning energy is there. I feel like people were hexing you for a very long time. I also see this is a money laundering project. When I look at the twin flames, it's something about people are going to feel as if you've done them so dirty with what you do next, with what you're supposed to be doing next. So even when you see twin flames, it doesn't have to be romanticized. Like, you don't want to miss this experience. People are not going to want to miss the show with what you're about to do next, because it's giving me 28, 24. The thing that the ayah that talks about what Moses said when he had to flee the town. Lord, I'm in need of whatever good that you may send down for me in need. Okay, that's you moving forward. You don't care who's plotting against you or who has a vendetta against you. They only deem to win. They don't win. Okay, because you come with a lot of radical change. You come with a lot of aggression. You come with a lot of masculine, take action. I'm not afraid to go create something for me. I feel like you're working plan A, plan B. You're trying to figure out how you can get a plan C, D, and E working at the same damn time. You know how you say it, you got a plan A, what's the plan B, what's the plan, you're keeping it up. No matter, you could be exercising every credential you have when you're creating more credentials all in the same time. It's like you're making them work for you instead of you doing all the work with no sense of direction. That's very important. Okay, you also I also saw the birth date, 11/13/1958. That's significant for somebody. And I also see 222 over and over and over and over again. 1313. And last but not least, woe to all those lazy, arrogant resources that are just like bucking up against you. It's like it's war. Planet Mars is the planet of that energy is war. It's very aggressive, very masculine. It's like, let's do this. I feel like you saw what was going on for so long. You let them get lazy and arrogant in what they were doing, and then that's you were all the while you were practicing plan A, B, trying to figure out how you can do a C, D, E, and have all those things collaborating beautifully together and just working together for you. Okay. Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is the energy of your opponents. That ambitious energy, curse you by any means necessary, will get what they want by any means necessary. So I feel like they were trying to pollute resources that are meant for you. I feel like you feel like the resources that were supposed to be preserved for you got tainted because they took their free will and made a choice to feel confused about you and go along with the operation, the sting operation, Operation Sting. Because whatever was done to you is going to sting like a motherfucker. But who's stinging now? I heard a whole plethora of toxinities came out of that experience that they thought you suffer from too. For example, if someone went after a counterpart of yours, they were under the impression you and this counterpart were already intimate with each other. That never happened. So they went after your counterpart thinking that external validation was going to trump spiritual wealth versus worldly wealth. You see what I'm saying? It didn't hold weight. They sting. What are the bacterial or sexually infested issues that sting. Anything you can think of, anything that comes to mind, that's what it is. And these Five of Wands, like somebody's a whole rage master behind what they did to you, but that's the energy they put out, so that's the energy they're going to get back. If it's this type of soul partnership, eternal connection, there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to slow it down, but you can't attach yourself to something that you're not meant to. You're not meant to be a part of. And they came in with the lie. This is a liar card. Page of Cups, phony, smiling in your face. Okay, Knights of Pentacles. And Five of Swords. Like, you have to be the dumb-witted one. Or this also gives me stubbornness. Very slow to react. Very quiet. You're just watching them be a prick. I just feel like you're enjoying the show. And they want you to stay optimistic about your love life. Like at the last time someone sent you on your way to go figure something else out for yourself, while they just fuck over and fuck around, and they done fucked around and found out. Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. The Strength card. Possessive. Somebody is very jealous over you and jealous of you. Leo. That's double Leo energy. And the Hermit. Let's see what happens when I no longer exist. What more can I say? Fade to black. They don't like that shit. It sent them on a spiral. It sent them spinning. On the bottom is the Empress. So that number 3, I'll put that there. I'll put that Empress is like, you have your own tribe. You have your own space that they cannot pollute. They cannot contaminate. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. This is keeping your emotions in check, remaining emotionally intelligent, and joyous future of the view. So you see something. You have the premonitions. You have a clean bill of health too. Like, you're ready to move forward. I like the different hues of blue and greens in the background with the emotions. Something about calming the waters. Like, you know how to cease and desist people better than they think they're writing you off or playing with you. I just feel like you dealt with a gang of family, friends, and lovers grouping together and antagonizing you directly and indirectly, as if you're not a part of something. You can't hang with us. You're not good enough to be with us. Well, who said that I want to kind of energy? This Ace of Pentacles is, you made good on an investment. The Eight of Wands is, it's a great, it took off fast. And then the Strength card is maintaining integrity. Everything you are is what this person is struggling through, because they thought they were the prize. They thought they were the golden parachute, and they thought they could make you fight for it or feel like you have to fight for something that's already yours. But then I also see a group of angry people that wants to fight against you, that have been fighting against you, that have been trying to slow things down, slow down progress, fertility, and things by keeping you separate from what would make you ultimately successful. And the Six of Cups, I see that the Six of Cups is in reverse. So that's somebody not wanting to connect with someone you already recognize at a soul level, maybe from a past life. Like you've met this person over and over and over again. You see this person in your premonitions. When the Six of Cups is in reverse, somebody does not want something to be over. Realizing this person realizing they've been played. So this person is in a fit of rage. When I see this card, this is what it feels like to me. You're a hot commodity / this person could be on a downward spiral because you got too many chiefs in the kitchen, way too many chiefs in the kitchen, and not enough Indians, and they're draining you spiritually. But it could show up tangibly through your tangible success. I heard 1.8 million. I see someone's parental figure, as like the dialogue I showed you about Marilyn Monroe, and she's debating the father. She's showing the father, I'm more than just a pretty face. I'm also intelligent. I make smart business moves. I make smart moves for my life, period. Hence the calming the waters, the peaceful self-regulation, and the joyous view of the future, because it's the future you created for yourself with God's permission. Right? with this Ace of Pentacles here. It's like you see, you have a futuristic eye. So I get that as one of your characteristic traits. And you're holding your vision. You're standing 10 toes in what you believe to be true, regardless of who made it hard for you to attain it. Who thought they can delay it or slow it down? Who was smiling in your face all the while they admire you? Who's obsessed with watching you? I also saw something with Miss Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother. Beyonce and Solange's mother. Because Beyonce did that halftime show, and she's such a great performer, and she always does a really good job. And now she's got her baby next to her performing with her a lot, and I really like to see that. You know, it's like take your kids with you. It's not like a selfish thing where I'm successful. You know, it's not like you force the success on the kids. It's like the kids want to do it because that's what she said. The daughter, at first she told her child, no, I don't want to expose you to that. That's a lot of responsibility. And the child showed her I could do it. And she gave her a chance, and now they perform together. And she's very young and impressionable, and you know the internet is wicked, okay? And they always find something to say stupid, and naturally, the mother went in full protect my babies mode. Not only is my child out there, but you got my granddaughter out there, and y'all think y'all gonna ridicule them as if they not the shit. You will never, okay? Never in your life be able to do what my daughter can do, what I raised her, what her and my father raised her to be. Her and her father raised her to be. Okay, I think she said something like that, but she also said y'all are Bozo the clowns, and these people are Bozo the clowns. And now this man is realizing you got a bunch of Bozo the clowns who manipulated you. But if you didn't show up, you know, had you not showed up in that manipulative energy towards somebody you had a recognition for, you had a responsibility. So I feel like the reunion part came to pass. The introduction, it's like a lot of the phases already came to pass. Hold on. The reunion phase would be like the ultimate phase of this, whatever the education, the knowledge behind this is. Y'all came together for a unique purpose, and then you went back into separation. Or maybe that cycle has been completed. It's time to go to the next phase of it. Hold on. Let me see. I feel like you're in such an unbothered energy. It's not funny. I feel like you travel to far out, like very far out, foreign places. In the world, you see things. You can come back and see the same people sitting on their doorstep, and you can just entertain them with all the things that you've seen, like worldly travels. I feel like you're otherworldly too. And you're just so unbothered right now. And it's enraging this person because it's making them have to sit back on their heels. I think they initially investigated. They realized something. It's something you said that got them pondering, and they started investigating the company they've been keeping. Hold on, what are... Alright, the surrender, the awakening, understanding twin flames, the running and chasing. New World All-Star would be a good resource for that too. It helped me understand a lot. Reunion, honeymoon phase is fifth, yearning, the testing, surrendering. What? Okay, so it's a lot of different phases to it, according to the sources across the web. Someone tried to break that emotional connection. That person had an instant emotional connection, and they always had the intense emotions for you. They already had the harmonious union for you, but somewhere along the lines, they messed that up. They messed up a lot with you, and you're unbothered. Like, why? It's like they wanted to do the deed, the negative deed, the toxic deed, but they wanted you to be emotionally dumped on. With this Six of Cups in reverse is what made me look this up. The Six of Cups that's in reverse is saying somebody does not want something to be over. Or now they're starting to have vivid dreams or lucid dreams But I'm going down the list. It's like 3 different columns: the surrendering, the awakening, understanding twin flames, twin flame dreams during separation. That's what this gives me. That speaks to me in this way. With the 6 of Cups in reverse: falling, challenging relationship, harmonious union, intense emotions. The dreams during the separation. Someone does not afford for you to be over. So I'm gonna read that one. Twin flames during separation. They're like magnets being pulled together. Likely that your twin flame will feel compelled to find you too. You might even have. Hold on, let's get to the root of this, because you got a couple different resources here. One of the twin flames will keep distancing themselves, which will result in a push-pull dynamic that eventually must come to an end, aka a separation. But the separation is the illusion, which is why I keep seeing the hangman. It's just someone's just sitting there in a space of discernment, not making a decision. And I feel like something you did to shift the energy, it came to an end. The world card came to an end. I feel like you experienced a lot of turbulence. Okay. This is from the Cosmopolitan magazine. What's a twin flame and have you found yours? Here are the stages and signs to look out for. If you remained even tangibly aware of many ups and downs of MKG and Megan Fox romance over the last few years, odds are you've probably heard the term twin flames, and while it may sound pretty much interchangeable with the concept of a soulmate in terms of 2 lovers spiritually destined for each other, of it all, they're actually quite different. For one thing, a twin flame connection is often more intense and more volatile than a soulmate. A twin flame is someone who plays a pivotal role in your life, who transforms you intensely for the better and redirects you on your path. This is from astrologer Kyle Thomas. Often, these relationships are passionate, extremely intense, and can have a pattern of coming in and out of your life. So twin flame connections are not easy. They can be heartbreaking, tumultuous, and chaotic. It sounds like a lot, then yeah, it kind of is. That said, twin flames connection aren't all bad, nor are they necessarily doomed. Though Thomas notes, it is extremely rare for a twin flame relationship to last a lifetime. No matter how short-lived or chaotic they may be, a twin flame plays an important role in your life. They're meant to be a learning experience, one that significantly alters your life and redirects you on your path forward. Whether you think you've found your twin flame or are still looking, here's everything to know about the unique karmic connection, from signs that you've met yours to the stages the twin flame roller coaster ride will take you through. I also, side note, 2 things popped in my mind. Whoever, one of you didn't even know what a twin flame was. One or both of you did not know what that was until you crossed each other's paths and you start experiencing the symptoms. And one thing Kurt said on New World All-Star, you get heart palpitations or something like that. Those were like those sharp aches, and like your heart beats. It did something really weird that I couldn't explain, and it wasn't anything to justify it, like bad habits, stress. It was a very peaceful time. It was total opposite of what was happening in life, like the peaceful self-regulation. Like, you didn't have a reason to have chaos or have those symptoms. Like, you think you're crazy when you experience some of these symptoms. And it probed my inquisitive nature to want to know what that was about upon crossing this unique person's path. So, like I said, this is how I know. Like, if it has to do with the twin flame, soul partner, eternal connection, it has less to do with romance and more to do with some kind of purpose you have together. And I don't mean something stupid like we're going to save the world with our healing energy. You don't need to heal anything, which is great if you do in your own time, but you don't have to heal anything to have a twin flame connection. It's spiritual. It's not logical. It's consciousness. You have to realize what it is to be conscious, a spiritual being. You're a spiritual being. So What else? What is this? You have doubt, which is of the mind. Hold up, why it's blurred out? So maybe that's all I'm supposed to say, because the article is blurred out after that. What are the stages? And this was published December 12th of this year. They're trying to make me sign up, and I don't want to sign up or sign in. I just want to get to the point. You may have a soulmate. You may have had a lot of soulmates. Soulmates come in different forms too, like your friends, romance, and family. Soulmates is a much more broad interpretation. Like your dog is not your twin flame. Your parents, your family members, your friends are not your twin flame. I mean, they could be if it's, opposing genders or something like that. But it's not meant to be, it's not meant to make it all romantic. It's not meant to romanticize it. It's a purpose, what you need to do as to why you're crossing each other's paths. And now, someone got all these intense emotions and they tried to water it down through using tangible success to make tangible results. And this person thought, if I just keep it real, or keep it real vulgar or real vile, then I can get what I want, which it had the total opposite effect. Okay? Because you don't even look at this person. You may not look at this person like that. You may realize this person has concerns, or you have reservations about why this person shows up like that. This person is very territorial. Underneath it is the Four of Pentacles. It's odd. You thought it was odd. Like, why do you show up? Why do you speak? Why do you come at people like that? And it does attract a lot of the people who plotted against you. A lot of people who are ambitious, who fight over this person's attention. They want to declare their love. They want to make this person be everything he's not. Like, it's like people who hate you for no reason. You're always a god in their story, and they don't even exist in yours. So don't take it too heavy when you meet people who are just plain dumb. I don't know how else to say it. What else sticks out to me? Intense emotions. Let's see what they have to say about that. Intense emotions in a twin flame experience is marked by extreme highs and lows. The emotional intensity can be overwhelming, from ecstatic happiness to you can feel really low, real high. You can feel like you're dopamine. Like, there's nothing wrong with falling in love with people. You fall in love with things all the time. So that does come with extreme highs and extreme lows, because it's speaking to your soul. It's speaking to you in a way that nothing else does. This article is saying, what is twin flames? 5 signs you found your twin flame connection. In this journey of life and love, here we go. They say it like it's a soulmate. Take the love part out. But in this journey of life, the concept of twin flame has emerged as a fascinating and often misunderstood phenomenon. Unlike soulmates, a twin flame connection offers a unique perspective on personal growth and relationships. The comprehensive guide delves into what a twin flame is, that signs that you might have found yours, and how this concept differs from soulmates. Whether you're curious seeker or believe you met your twin flame, our guide will illuminate the path to understanding this special connection. So the meaning refers to a spiritual concept where there are two souls are believed to be halves of the same original energy source. The belief stems from the idea that a soul can be split into 2 bodies, offering each person a mirror and a unique spiritual journey. Are they meant to be together? Not always. It's not always about ending up together in a romantic sense. It's more about the spiritual growth and learning within each person. While many twin flames do end up in romantic unions, the primary purpose is to aid each other in personal and spiritual development. And I feel like that's where we are in this reading. That's like your attitude and your consciousness is so evolved at this point, thanks to God and using this person to help you do it, that this person now feels like they're lagging and they're left behind. They feel like nothing. It's like your money can't save you or evolve you any more than me not having anything, it's like I feel like bigotry was practiced against you. They may have come off a little racist against you. Okay, no matter what the intense emotions were, they found a way to destroy it, or they thought they could destroy it, because they had to keep up with that facade, or they had to stay focused on whatever they thought their worldly purpose was. Like, I have to I have to make money. I have to raise my family's name, the status of the name in society. You things like that. But the idea of multiple twin flames is a subject of debate. Traditional belief holds that we have only one twin flame, as they are considered the other half of our soul. However, some spiritual philosophies suggest that our soul can have multiple divisions, leading to the possibility of more than one twin flame encounter in a lifetime. No, y'all, don't go for that. Twin flames versus soulmates. While often used interchangeably, twin flames and soulmates remain different concepts. Very, very different concepts. Okay, a soulmate is someone with whom you share a deep and harmonious connection. So going back to the message of this reading, while it on the surface appeared like you were displaying romantic emotions for them, all the while they were gaslighting you into thinking they didn't have those same intense emotions for you. Like, you could have a recognition but didn't fully understand it. You dig what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you don't care about the person. I'm not saying that. But in this energy, this person cares more about you than you care about them. And it's showing. It's showing in their inquisitive nature now about what just happened and why I'm feeling like this, why I've been feeling like this. They may have heart palpitations now, but they're very possessive of you. Very possessive, and they know they're supposed to be doing something way more important, and it's all about the experience of adventure and being in love, navigating through life through those experiences. So in contrast, a soulmate is someone with whom you share a deep and harmonious connection, often felt immediately upon meeting. They complement your character and bring peace and fulfillment. And I feel like there's two energies here, where one is like that soulmate, that peace and fulfillment and that emotional satisfaction. And then there's a difference. In contrast, a twin flame relationship is more about personal growth and spiritual development. Twin flames often experience intense transformative interactions that can be challenging but ultimately rewarding. I feel like this person came off like, my truth hurts, but you will respect me more and you'll want to give me what I want. Where you mirrored that and said, no, my truth, your truth is what really like annihilated them, and the arrogance and the laziness they were operating in, and now they can't handle it. It's too much. It's too hard. They were a part of people plotting on you with this Eight of Swords. Like, they were a part of trying to keep you stuck. I feel like they came to you with some Barzini business somewhere along the lines. They have a lot of remorse for it now. I don't see the Five of Cups, but the Six of Cups is definitely in reverse, and it's telling me that. So what are the five signs? Instant recognition. That's the first one. Upon meeting your twin flame, there's often an instant sense of recognition or intuition that this person is the one. This feeling transcends the ordinary. It's as if you're reconnecting with someone you've known for ages, even if you've just met. Here's the thing. For me, I didn't feel that. It's a recognition, but it didn't feel like that. Not for me. It's like, it was because the person who I experienced those symptoms upon meeting, it had nothing to do with romance. The point of us crossing paths had nothing to do with romance. A karmic actually brought us together, caused us to cross each other's paths. They inspired that. It's like it was all you could tell is preordained. Like, it couldn't have happened no other way. But it was a karmic experience, with someone else, like a karmic soulmate, and they sparked the reason why we even cross paths. They kind of got the ball rolling with that. So you might find yourself inexplicably drawn to this person, feeling a magnetic pull that's hard to rationalize or explain. It's a connection that feels predestined, deep rooted in your very essence. So the second one is intense emotions. A twin flame connect experience is marked by extreme highs and lows. The emotional intensity can be overwhelming, from ecstatic happiness and attachment to profound sadness or frustration. See, for me, it was the frustration. It wasn't the sadness. It was very frustrating because I think I was the one running that way. I think this person knew more than what they were leading on, because I was frustrated at times. Like, what? I don't understand this. What the fuck is going on? This is not. It's not somebody I know. I know like that outside of what we were doing together. You know, it's three ways you can know somebody: traveling, doing business, or living with them. You definitely didn't live with them. So these intense emotions encourage personal transformation. They push you to explore and heal aspects of yourself that you may have previously ignored or been unaware of. So the third one is mirror image. They often act as mirrors to each other. It means that not only reflect your positive attributes, but also your fears, your flaws, your insecurities. It's like looking into a mirror that reveals your brightest and darkest parts. This mirroring is not meant to cause pain, but really is meant to foster the growth and the healing. It encourages an honest assessment of yourself and the areas in life where you need to evolve. That feels like soulmates. I'm sorry. The fourth one, challenging relationship. So this relationship is really smooth and easy. It's like a little honeymoon phase. I would say by between week 6 through 8, that's when things became complete. It's like a switch. You went from one extreme to the next. You know, it's filled with challenges and obstacles that test your strength, patience, and commitment. These challenges, they're not random, but they're designed to help you grow. They force you to confront your deepest fears and insecurities, and in doing so, you become stronger and more self-aware. The fifth one is the transformation, and it triggers a transformation in both individuals. This evolution is not just about your relationship, but also about your personal and your spiritual journey. Like, the changes you experience are often aligned with twin flames growth. So as you both evolve, you help each other ascend to higher levels in spiritual understanding and personal fulfillment. You see how it's confusing, where it describes a lot of soulmate experiences. This is not a soulmate. This is why you don't care. This is making you run the other way. This person is projecting all this shit on you, and it's making you run the other way. Alright, so in this phase of the reading, what does your ancestors? What advice? Let's start with the ancestors. We're going to start and finish with the ancestors here. It does. You do have a lot of obsessive thinking too. Like, the more you obsessively think about them, the more they're not thinking about you. I think that switched around. If you were the one obsessively like thinking about them, like what happened, I don't know, something switched with you, where you evolved consciously. So where you might have had a soft spot for this person before, out of recognition or protection, I feel like you were more protective of this person, and you realized you couldn't do that no more. You see what I'm saying? The Chariot. And on the bottom is Queen of Wands. Alright, the Chariot is about moving forward by faith, not by sight. This is why you're spiritually wealthy. And the Queen of Wands is more than beauty. They're also brains and bronze. The Queen of Wands is a fiery, passionate, spiritual energy. And the Chariot is a major arcana. So anyway, like I said, you're more than just a pretty face. You make very smart decisions. You can even be shrewd in business, in your business. But you were swift in reckoning with this person and moving forward by faith and not by sight. And it's really messed them up. And look what's on the bottom. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. The Emperor is in reverse. Because he was abusing his power. Is that the Eight of Swords? No, this is the Nine of Swords. They up at night. They not sleeping. Maybe the obsessive thinking. So that wasn't funny. It was. It really was. It was funny. Because I know some of this stuff from a personal experience. You just don't give a damn. Here's the Star. More optimism. This caters to this card of graceful optimism as a view for you moving forward. Your future is looking very bright with this Queen of Wands. You're very mature in energy, very confident. You are easy to look at, but it wasn't easy to look at you from a space that extended beyond the surface level. For this person, you triggered them. I feel like you pissed them off to the point where they've grown very angry with you and annoyed with you, and because they can't control you. And now this is like emotionally disappointing. Okay, they're discerning now because they're part of this organization that got them caught up when this is a partnership. Compatibility, whether in business, what they thought was compatible in business was good for the ego. This wasn't good for the conscience, because now you're moving forward. Three of Cups talks about social networking. Okay, and his Emperor is falling from grace. So if the Emperor is in reverse, that puts them in a Hermit in the upright. So if that shows up, well, now we know why. Do I need one more for you? Five of Pentacles. I saw that in my mind's eye, along with the Temperance, but I don't see the Temperance yet. I see the Queen of Wands, which is very similar anyway. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is abandonment, it's challenges, bad health. You know, this is very triggering. Okay, very threatening to the tangible success. Five of Pentacles is poverty stricken or a poverty mindset. Maybe they put you in a box like you just wasn't good enough to ride with them, and you're a whole Empress. So it's possible that when they met you, you didn't look like the appearance of it, the tangible side of it didn't match the spiritual side of it. Like, I feel a certain way, but it looks a certain way. So they could have way more tangible success, but they can't help how they are drawn to you. It's a big deal. So all that they traded on you for, let's talk about it. Or all that they chose over you, and this is all that you chose over them. So it's a mirroring effect. You chose yourself. This is not an insecure person. This is not a insecure person. This is somebody who's strong, self-reliant on their own. Like, okay, that's what you want to do, then okay. Like, you're somebody who's just very lighthearted, nonchalant. I heard nonchalance is the name of your game. And apathetic. Those are feelings that you're in today. I wrote that down. Nonchalant and apathetic. There are no more there's no type of manipulation tactics that could be tolerated. Especially now that what you saw about them in the beginning, and then you saw a flip. You saw them flip. You notice a change. It's like all I could do is wish them well, is what I'm hearing now. So you're the Empress operating out of the Queen of Wands. Like, your wealth is showing on the outside. It's getting ready to it can transform into tangible success. Where the point that I made about the money can't save you more than it can save me, even if it looks like millions of dollars. It's only a Five of Pentacles. That's only half the battle, because they don't have the spiritual wealth to support it. They just have a bunch of people around them. It could be yes men, it could be all your enemies befriending them, draining them spiritually, and they don't realize that. That's why it's a Five of Pentacles. You know, but you can't really force it down nobody's throat. You have to give them space and let them see. You're very wise, is what I get with the Queen of Wands, the Chariot, and the Star. You're very calm, cool, collected. Like all your thoughts are gathered. Your business is I feel like your business is booming. I feel like it is. And they didn't expect that because they counted you out. They did everything they could to ruin you. Ruin your name, ruin your reputation, ruin your business, ruin your life. And you survived that. And that's a problem. Okay? Because it got this, something you said made this person wake up. It was like a curse lifted. And they started investigating these other people, and now they realized why they the emperor in the reverse instead of the emperor in the upright. Okay? A lot of abusive ways due to unhealed wounds. Okay? They may have, it's like you see a lot of tangible success, but you still got a poverty mindset. You still have fear and worry about this can all go away tomorrow. So you're still fear-based, is what I get from this. And you abandoned that because you couldn't be a part of a sinking ship. So it's your turn to teach a lesson. Just like they thought they was teaching you one when it was the other way around. So this Five of Pentacles, all right, let's talk about it. Who did they go buddy kumbaya with this Two of Cups and Three of Cups and the Emperor in reverse and the Nine of Swords? That's anxiety, mental oppression, worry, fear, more fear. I heard they're very quiet, or they agitated, very deeply annoyed at what they found out, at what they learned about these people. So courting phases, Six of Wands, public notoriety. Judgment is on the bottom. Six of Pentacles. High Priestess. King of Pentacles. His wealth. His status. His respect in the community. When I see this High Priestess, I feel like this is you. And them being this was the threat to the whole. He knew you. He knew this. This is a heightened intuition, but this is also sitting in stillness instead of acting on what you know to be true. And it's right next to this King of Pentacles. They're right next to each other. He did know your power. And he was in the prestige. Six of Wands is a prestige card. Notoriety, famous, successful. Six of Pentacles is community. You're received well. Reciprocity. They made fake friends with your person, with you. They made fake, when they couldn't get to you resourcefully, they came after the other replica of you. And the judgment is, now you see that. After what he found out, he saw that. Like, what else do people, like, what else does this person bank on outside of what he got? And that's the judgment. He's being called out for that. Like, you can clean it up a little bit. They've been observing him. This how you had him. With this Page of Swords, he was watched. People saw a change in him. Energetic change in him, or just a physical change in him. Like, he could like music. You see how he got headphones on? Like, he looked like he was just light on air. They know when you're in the picture and when you're not. Now he's in that Nine of Swords energy. Nine of Swords energy. So your ancestor, your dream, you saw a lot in the dream state. Long before it happened. That's why I call you futuristic, and you have a heightened intuition. Then you got strength. Now this I got to cover because that's an erection this person's on, but it also has a gray tone to it for a lack of oxygen, and she has a lack of oxygen. So these are empty spirits. Like I said, they latched on to the weaker part of you, the weaker resourceful side of you. I don't know what they thought it would do to you, but you remain poised, unbothered, and intelligent through the whole thing. And these are empty spirits. They could have slept with your person, or thought sleeping with your person was supposed to push you away or change the narrative, but your person flipped, so that's a confirmation right there. Your person flipped quick too, without even thinking twice, while being caught up in the prestige. And I don't mean to make it sound like I'm making an excuse. I'm emphasizing that you're not tolerated. You're not tolerating this or that, or you're just very unbothered. What else? That's karma, the karmic lesson, or things that these are experiences that are not meant to work out, and he's learning his lesson as to why they're not working out. And he's not the one in control no more. These people are draining him. I heard 1.8 million. I see someone get slapped across the face too with this King of Pentacles. It's like the Emperor in reverse and the King of Pentacles. Somebody like by their superior, whether it's a boss or a father. Like that dialogue I just said about Marilyn Monroe standing arm in arm with the son, and the father's telling her straight up, you know what, you will not take our wealth, or something like that. He let 1.8 million get away from him, or let somebody like drain him of that. It's an energetic drain where he may make a lot of money, but it falls through his fingers. That King of Pentacles is right next to that Five of Pentacles. And that's an ancestral, that's a karmic lesson. This High Priestess is on top of this Chariot too. That's another karmic lesson. The Six of Pentacles is on top of this Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. You know your value better. You're teaching this person how well you know your value better than they know theirs. I just don't like that they tried to play you out like that. They set you up. Well, he was a part of the organization that set you up. And the Knight of Swords, that's common sense, or moving forward in communication. This person looks tribal on top of this horse, like an Indian woman. And you're quick on your feet. I feel like you said what you said, and that was that. It's your wordplay, because that's witty energy. And then the King of Wands is right next to that. He's infuriated. It's a lot of Leo energy on this board, so you can have Leo energy in his chart. Leo in his chart. Seven of Pentacles is celibacy. Planting seed is also a card of fertility. So that kind of like sounds contradictory, but Seven of Pentacles is like planting seeds, waiting for them to come into fruition. There's also celibacy in a sense where you plant the right seeds to attract the right person. Hence, why wouldn't I marry somebody who's successful? I'm, again, the King and Queen of Wands here, Queen of Wands here. Counterparts. You see where he's more into the tangible world. You see that? That's tangible success. And you're more on the ethereal side. Because the Queen of Wands came out through the ancestral deck, the ancestral messages. And he's coming out through the courting phases. So he treated you like he thought you were a dime a dozen, or tried to put you in a lineup with the dime a dozens. Not caring. He was too loose. I heard he was too loose. There you go. King of Cups. Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups. That energy shifted when you went radio. I think you said what you said and went radio silent. So something you said could have planted the right seeds, and now they're going to come into fruition. So whatever lessons are meant to be learned, this is going to transform this. This person is going from King of Wands to King of Cups. He got deep feelings for you. The only king that's not out here is the King of Swords. And all this is through the courting phases. So this is about money, power, and emotional intelligence. He's crazy about you. He's very crazy about you. Okay. What did he want from you? Because this would be going, the next phase of it is going past the courting phases would be the commitment. The commitment phases don't always have to be romance. So what transpired past this point is going to determine the business aspect or the marriage aspect, whatever the commitment is, because you got 2 cups on this board anyway, and a couple suits, matching suits. I did not mean for this reading to be long, but that something with that twin flame part, I was led to delve into that a little bit more to show you the difference. So there's obviously a vast difference between you and them, and it is freaking them out. Like you beat the odds, or outsmarted, outwitted, outthought what they projected onto you. What did he turn his back on? The Hangman is in reverse. The Knight of Wands is in the upright. This is business before pleasure. Business as usual. Just another day in the office. I ain't gonna lie. Your person is into some dark shit. Some dark arts type of shit. You know what? If you watch my channel enough, you'll see the Knight of Wands is a gen card for me. Or maybe he battles demons himself. He could attract a lot of witchy poo type people. I see that with this card. The courting phases is the man is what the roots they put on him with the Knight of Wands. The Hangman in reverse is making a decision to go to make is making a quick decision to move forward. Doing whatever it takes. Like people sign their name in blood. These people sign their name in Jezebel spirits. You're watching yourself in the form of a witch. Even if it's a man, it's a male witch. What do they call them? Warlocks and all that kind of stuff. Well, this warlock is in for he's in for a rude awakening, because the jinns, you probably was talking when you realized you was talking to the demons, the jinns that overtook him. That's when it became a real distant affair or distant type of thing. That's where business stopped, business got crazy, business got wonky. You notice a drastic ass change, because you stop talking to the person and you start talking to the external validation, the jinns. This person was not on the fence very long. He made a decision, or the jinns pushed through and made a decision. And then he attracted all these La Brujas who attach these type of people, the witches that he attracts. It looked like a screw buddy on the surface, which is people that you do business with in exchange for sex. Because I feel like you were more integral towards this person, and he tried to annihilate you for it. He hated you for it at the same time. And then you see these witches attaching to royal bloodlines. So if you're a royal bloodline, so is he. And they attach to it, and they're draining it. And it's showing up in a tangible sense financially. Page of Pentacles. He went down a different path. He went down the path he thought to be the adventure and what's in love. He thought what's in lust is the same as what's in love. He's in love with you, but in lust with them. But he was acting total opposite. Where he's in lust with them, he showed up like he was in love with them, which is the illusion. And him being in love with you, he interacted with you as if it was all lust. But you know better. With the High Priestess being there, you know better. King of Swords. I think that's you. You strict, shrewd in business, get to the facts. That's it. Like the way you treat him, y'all totally different. And I think deep down inside, he relies on these witches more accidentally. I mean, I think that's remorse with that. I don't see a 5 of cups out here, but I feel like he has remorse with that because you stuck it to him verbally. Verbally and mentally, he suffers for it. He suffers for it a lot because he wasn't supposed to come at you that way. And on the bottom is a fool. So that's giving me the naive energy. The relying too much on the ego. It's like relying too much on salt instead of letting the natural produce season the meat. So if you like making a piece of meat or something and you saute onions and peppers and garlic or something like that, that is going to produce the flavor for the meat. And instead of doing that, you're relying too much on the salt content. It doesn't need that much salt when you need the aromatics, the herbs for the flavor. As an example, he's relying too much on the external validation instead of just sticking with the facts. The fact of the matter is, you are in lust. You do recognize a difference. This is very different from what I'm accustomed to dealing with. I'm in lust, and it's fast and easy, and usually some quick bucks some quick money might come out of it, but it's not a lot. Just as fast as you see it, and now it's draining even faster. While you're in the King of Swords energy, so your character, your attitude, your words, your exterior, like that's a divorce energy. You're treating this person like y'all are divorced, and he can't take it because he put you in that 8 of Swords energy. That's like a spiritual prison energy, or just being plotted on. He was a part of that, so that puts you in that King of Swords energy towards them. You don't speak on what you know, you just move accordingly. That's giving me moving in silence with the King of Swords and the High Priestess. Hoes get confused, they be obsessed type shit. That's 2 of Swords. He was the author. He was working with the author of confusion. With the 6 of Swords, I don't think he really dug how deep this should go. They was trying to take you out, like put you to sleep. With the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, they might have even tried to use him to do it, and he allowed it. And they go to Magician again. So he committed. He's committed because I feel like they owe. Like the devil is coming to collect type of energy. And the Magician is under the Page of Pentacles. So you went down a completely different journey. A complete different path. Embarking on a new journey. He sacrificed you for a capital gain. 10 of Wands. Now he's burdened with all the responsibility. That's the commitment. He's burdened with all the backlash that comes with dealing with these dark arts type of stuff. This being a warlock, he got the burdens of it. The 10 of Wands is getting everything you want, but being burdened with all the responsibility to come with it. So now you married to the devil. You're not in direct business and or marriage or any kind of like any type of commitment. He's not there with you while you're in the King of Swords. No contest. That's why it says divorce. I knew I used that word for a reason. 10 of Wands is burdened. Burdened. He got burned pretty bad. And what's on the bottom? King of Pentacles. What hurts a man the most is going after his money. Naivety. You let these succubus, incubus energies hit you where it hurt, but it was designed like that. He made a decision out of the influence of confusion. And this is indecisive. 2 of Swords can be indecisive energy, but it's under the Hangman in reverse. The Hangman in reverse is making a decision. When it's in the upright, it's like a self-inflicted stagnancy, when in actuality it's not. He played both sides from the middle, is what I would say with that. And what else? Let me see what else I could draw from this. 6 of Swords on top of the Knight of Wands. Yeah, that Jinn, he was trying to take you out. I see Gone Girl. When I see this, remember the movie Gone Girl with Ben Affleck? Right as he was about to climax, she cut his throat. You see what I'm saying? And what's next to it? The Magician. You see that big sword? You outsmarted him and he can't take it. So in business, this would have been the business aspect of it. Or the business aspect, whether it's you or them. Was it worth it? It don't sound like it was worth it. I feel like he's extra aggressive with whoever he's using for tension release, because he's coming out of those illusions. It's reality kicking in. 7 of Wands. He did not value sincere advice or the bullshit. That's combative energy. 7 of Wands, and I'm sneezing like that. Bullshit. That's a combative energy. And they go you temperance. Alhamdulillah. That's a temperance. You hear me say Alhamdulillah, that means all praise are due to God. Because your heart stops when you sneeze. That's why we say that. And you put that 7 of Wands in that number 14, that's 21. The world. Okay. Combative energy. You try to fight a earth angel. So where you was once wounded, your consciousness got you to the space of a wounded healer. Now you're in the space of the aura is very strong. People pick up on it and retreat. 4 of Swords. You're kind of thankful that he did that because the energy was so intense that you're allowed to retreat now. You can recover. And that's communication. That's it. I think that's a part of what you said. Is you're not welcome. I can fall back. And then go that Magician again. So now I'm seeing, I heard Jim Jones. Was something with the spiking of the drink. I hate to sound like that. But what I just said with that 6 of Swords and that Magician, how was he going to relax you to get to you? I feel like that's the Jezebel spirit that he comes with. Like the female witches that attach to him. He brings down he lowers their resistance. He put something in a drink. Magician. Trickery. That's out here quite a few times. Even in the last reading, the Magician was there. With the 5 of Wands. Like, he's out. Does he even know why he's doing all this shit at this point? What's on the bottom? 6 of Cups. Yeah, because it's over. Even if he felt like he had you in an illusion, he has some kind of access to your energy and realized he don't have it no more. And that could be the draining of the finances. So he was stealing from you. I heard 1.8 million. So if that number show up in your life somehow, some way, that type of tangible success is because it was rightfully yours. And it's being drained from him in a way that is showing up on his side is the witches. I see a slap across the face. The father slapped the son across the face. Or a boss slapped the person across the face because there's 1.8 M's unaccounted for. Where did it go? So I don't know if this person has an underlying substance abuse problem or it's all in that negative ass energy that they put out, practicing the dark arts, paying people to perform rituals and being a willing participant in it too. Added up over time. I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. My allergies are flaring up right now. 2 of Pentacles. There's something real unstable. Finances is being blocked. Even the resource to you is being blocked. There go the Wheel of Fortune. Underneath the Temperance. That's Sagittarius energy. Told you consciousness. There's a spiritual journey. Spiritual lesson in all of this. Judgment again. Under the 4 of Swords. Retreat. Rest in peace. You see that? The Four of Swords is retreat. In a traditional tarot, it shows somebody look like Sleeping Beauty, like they're resting. And then you see the Judgment card. You see people being held accountable for their actions. Oh, shit. And they go to Two of Swords again. Playing both ends from the middle. That's right under the Magician. Why did he do that shit? Why? That's in too deep for me. You did the right thing by telling him to go away somewhere. You will not be a part of. You won't be affiliated with any type of nonsense manipulative action. I feel like what you said was enough for him to catch on that you knew what he was doing the whole time without saying too much. Damn, so what's on the bottom? Three of Pentacles. Collaboration. He collaborated against whoever comes to you with that Barzini business is a traitor. Don't forget that. Now he know. You mastered a craft or mastered something about yourself. Maybe you mastered your spiritual gifts, and he was dick riding that shit because he wasn't tapped into his, so he was taking advantage of you. He was trying to be greedy and possessive. That's the Four of Pentacles. Possessive over yours for capital. Let me see what else I could draw from this before I stop. Seven of Wands is not valuing the opinion. They did not respect you. Or tried to block off your good sense. Because let's arguably speaking, that's the wand in the middle could very easily be the Ace of Wands. And the Six Wands, three wands this way, three wands this way. Three and three is the Three of Wands is about patience, virtue, but it's also moving forward, adventurous on an adventure. Waiting for your ships to come in. That's plotting and planning and stealing. That's coming from both ends. Playing both ends from the middle. So he could have played with lovers, friends, family, everybody. There's too many people, too many chiefs in the kitchen, not enough Indians. That tried to block you. That tried to block this and couldn't. But they was in the way, you was entangled with more shit than you really could articulate. You couldn't articulate it. You just saw it in your premonition. It's not the type of thing you speak on. You just move accordingly. So maybe that was the purpose, as it's all said and done. At least at this point, the purpose with this, if it's a spiritual evolution for you, y'all came together for something maybe professional or traveling. That's all business to me. It could be commitment too, but it's not the marriage that they had in mind. It's easy for the woman to have that in mind, but it wasn't the marriage they had in mind. They couldn't play you. You were smarter than them, and they can't take that shit. It's eating them alive because they burdened, and you are factual. You are cutthroat. You might be a little bit mean to them with your words, but you take action. Like, you direct, concise. You have no problem speaking your mind about them to them. And they know that. I feel like they low-key scared of you. You and the King of Swords energy, they scared of you. Like the Queen of Wands, King of Swords, that's you. And you showing up as the Temperance a few times. That's balance. And you got the Jupiter energy underneath you. So that's Wheel of Fortune. The tables turned. Okay? You didn't have to steal. You were authentic. This motherfucker was a phony. This motherfucker was fake. And they envied you for it, and they plotted. It was easy for them to do this shit. It was they recognized you in a way that felt good, but they abused it. They tried to abuse it, and the reason it was so easy to pull all this shit over on you is because they practice envy against you. They can't stand you. To be honest, they cannot stand you because they can't control you. They can't stand to look in. So what that really means is they can't stand to look in the mirror to look at their own shit. Like, they don't want to admit that they really as weak as they are. They feel like they weak, but they don't want to admit that shit. Meeting you, you admitted it in the way that you move and the way that you speak to him. You always admitted it, and they always cursed you and hated you for it. They hated you for it. Because I kept seeing that Five of Wands in the other reading. It's not a joke. And then you got the audacity to be confident, to be at peace, to be successful. You calm the waters with this shit, with the way that you move. Sagittarius energy is naturally a balance of masculine, feminine energy anyway. He tried to change the genre or change the narrative, and he couldn't because of who you are. So 10 times out of 10, it works on everybody but you. And he hates your ass for it. But he hates himself. What it really means is he hates himself for doing that shit to you. And that's law. That's a fact. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So he was plotting on you. Okay, what's your ancestor? The final thing what the ancestors have to say. This is 9 of Pentacles. 1.8 million. 1.8 million. It might come in increments. 200,000, 200,000. Like 250, 250. You know how it go. Break it down. 1.8 million. I don't know. I'm bad at math right now because I got a bunch of shit running through my head right now. So I see it coming in increments. So maybe that's 250 times 4 is 1M. And that's the 800,000. Maybe that's it. 1.8 million is 1,800,000. But it's coming in increments. And they go to lovers on the bottom. That lovers keep coming out. You dig what I'm saying? That was a choice. Now the lovers for me as a first response is authenticity. Being true to yourself. The next one is North Node versus South Node, which does cater to authenticity, which also caters to if he's going to go along and straighten his act up so y'all can align in this way, or stay with them witches. Stay a warlock to stay with some witches, because he can't be with you as a warlock. You can't be with him neither. You wasn't. I don't feel like you was trying to be. He was pushing it more than you. I get that energy. King of Pentacles in reverse. That makes sense. Damn, it's in reverse. Hangman in reverse. He made that choice. He can't help that he made that choice. What is this? Knight of Cups in reverse. He tried to act like he wasn't in love with you, and he really was. He really was. They go to Knight of Swords. You knew that. You're quick wit. What is this? 10 of Swords. Painful ending. Underneath the King of Pentacles in reverse. Death of Transformation is in reverse. Damn. And that's under the Hangman in reverse. So for me, when I see the Death of Transformation in reverse, it's twice as likely in the upright. So whether you fight it or not, it's a wrap. Okay? You're going through this ego death. You're going to be put in your place one way or another is what it feels like. And Ace of Wands is in the upright. That's clarifying the Knight of Cups being in... the Knight of Cups is in reverse. He tried to lie or play or downplay. He made a choice to go against his... He in love with you. He's still in love with you. He still know you to be who you are. But you're the Empress in the upright and he's the Emperor in reverse. Okay? And what twisted way is that going to make y'all compatible? It's not. You hear that train? Okay? Ace of Wands in the upright is clarifying. Ace of Wands is the opportunity. Now he's in remorse. I didn't see the Five of Cups, but I feel a lot of remorse. I can't put into words what he feel like. It's not stupid. It's not salty. It's remorse. It's heavy on the chest. Like his heartbeat. He has those heart palpitations now. And that this Ace of Wands in the upright is clarifying. He is in love with you. He is. That's the truth. He is very passionate and now he wants to go along with you. But you put your sword up. You actively put your sword up, which means you're forced to defend yourself. Because kings are masculine, active energy. So he had to be in some distorted ass, feminine ass energy for you to go act proactive like that. To protect yourself. So whatever you got to say is cutthroat like a bitch. Karma's a bitch. What's on the bottom? The world is in reverse. For him, the world is in the upright. No, he tried to end you with the world being in the upright. You see what I'm saying? He didn't practice a good balance. He tried to abuse his emotional intelligence. His intelligence, his wits, his resources, he tried to fuck it up. With the snake. He tried to start a new side. It's a new chapter, but when you put the world with the Eight of Swords, like, he couldn't get you. He fell in the hell of his own making. I'll say it like that. He fell in the hell of his own making, and he's stuck. But what I see right here with the Ace of Swords, what's the Ace of Swords? In reverse. He tried to lie. Somebody tried to lie on God. Somewhere along the lines, he tried to lie and say his actions aren't that God told him to. He's going to try to say some real foul shit. That's what made you mad. Is he tried to bring God in the mix. And you are a highly convicted person. That's what made you want to fight. Like, that'll make you want to fight faster than somebody talk about your mother. Something like that. But the world is in reverse with the Lovers on top. It's clarifying the Lovers on top. He can't fuck this up. That's what this means. You can't annihilate this. You can't cut the cord of this. It's a fact. So, welcome. You're either going to fall in line or just be stuck in a cycle. He got to start all over again. He got to catch up. He got to start from all the way back there somewhere where you just propel forward with the Knight of Swords and the 1.8. You earned 1.8, but that's justice. That's everybody who cooperated against you. Even some people did soliloquies, sitting in your face, playing in your face. He was doing that too. Talking shit about you while pretending to be oblivious that you're sitting there. That's crazy. And then it's King of Pentacles. In reverse, it's like, as fast as you get it is as fast as you lose it. You spend it faster or lose it faster. Ten of Swords. It's like there's no words to describe how he feel with this Ten of Swords. You fell into shit, a hell of your own making. That's how I'll say that. Making that decision. And then try to avoid the consequences. Like, you're supposed to deal with the consequences while he's doing the deed. Fuck, shut up. Whoever the hell you are, whoever I'm talking to, they just need to go get a life. Okay? That's what you get. We're not going to judge on this channel, but that's what you get. Okay? Because you tried to ignore you tried to ignore yourself for some bitches. For some fake ass LaBrujas. And they laughing. The whole irony of it, they are cracking up at his demise. Because that's what they wanted. They wanted to fuck you up in the process. And where they couldn't get you, they got you. If that makes sense. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.